Hello, everyone. Welcome to our self-love series. My name is Sharika Franklin.
And my name is Fanny Jefferson.
This is episode 1, focusing on healthy boundaries. So, Fanny, why do you think it's important to create boundaries?
Sharika, creating boundaries is very critical in any type of relationship. It increases your self-esteem, it reduces stress and anxiety, and it also reduces depression. Boundaries protect your personal self by setting a clear line between what is me and what is not me.
Okay, so we know two types of boundaries are physical boundaries and emotional boundaries. So, what would you define physical boundaries as?
I would define physical boundaries as personal space and privacy. Um, physical physical boundaries are when you protecting your personal space. As for example, you don't want someone too close to you. You don't want someone messing with your personal things or just invading your privacy. There's also inappropriate touching. Touching is also a part of physical boundaries. What do you think emotional boundaries are?
So I would say emotional boundaries would be separating your feelings, your thoughts from others. So violations of that would be letting others' feelings dictate your own feelings, or letting others' perspective change your perspective or the way you look at things. Another violation could be sacrificing your own needs and happiness for others around you. So not doing what's true to you, what's making you happy, but catering to others that are around you. Um, so that would be my definition of emotional boundaries.
Also, I think it's very important, Sharika, to stay in tune with yourself, stay in tune with your feelings. Make sure you identify red flags, which can include discomfort, resentment, stress, fear, anxiety, and guilt. Those are ways that you can identify when your boundaries are being crossed. So ways that we can set boundaries there are several ways that we can set boundaries, and some of those ways are just to say no to tasks you don't want to do or have time to do. If you don't have time to do it, if you don't feel like doing it, it's okay to say no. Say yes to help. When you need help, don't be afraid to open up in receiving help and receiving support. Say thank you with no apology, regret, or shame. Like I said before, ask for help. Ask for help when you're needing help. It's okay to get support from people that care about you or people who you care about. What are some of the ways that you think people can set boundaries?
Yeah, so some of the way I agree with everyone that you named. All of those are super important, and some others that could be implemented are protecting your time. Time management is super important. Protecting your time, not making sure that you're not overcommitting to anything. Another one is asking for space. We all need our own personal time to be one within ourselves. So having that personal space, having that time to yourself is super important. Also, speaking up when someone makes you feel uncomfortable or do things or say things that are making you uncomfortable. It's super important to be verbal on what's making you uncomfortable in certain situations. The last one I would say is honoring what's important to you. I feel that is super important to stay true to yourself and honor what's most important to you.
Okay, good. I like all those as well. So good boundaries are a sign of good emotional health, self-respect, and strength. We teach people how to treat us. We teach people how to love us. And with that being said, one critical step in practicing self-love is to create healthy boundaries.
I agree, Fanny. And along with creating those healthy boundaries, when you are creating those boundaries, make sure that you're creating them up front. So any person you're encountering in those type any relationship that has boundaries set, make sure that those boundaries are clear and set up front. So those are all the tips that we have for you guys today. Episode 2 will focus on healthy relationships. So see you guys in episode 2.
See you in episode 2.